On Mason now. This is conditions outside right now. We cannot see anything from our Tahoe camera. Completely overcast, and now we're getting some rain showers in South Lake Tahoe. We're also seeing some pretty intense storm activity around Winnemucca, just northeast of Winnemucca, with some strong shower activity around Elko as well. Now, as far as our area goes, we're actually pretty calm, relatively calm compared to the northeastern portion of the state. Let's zoom right into Reno right now. You can see mostly clear conditions. We may see a few isolated showers later on this evening, but for the most part, pretty calm conditions will continue. Here's a look outside right now. Mostly cloudy skies, although winds have picked up just a little bit from the west-northwest this evening. Here's a look at those sustained winds around the region. Temperatures are still pretty comfortable in Reno outside right now, and if you do have plans to go to the Aces game, it looks like it's going to be a nice night. Here's a look at your 7th inning stretch forecast. Temperatures dropping down into the mid-50s, so you're probably going to want to bring a jacket with those cloudy skies and chance of showers. Really, it's only going to be like spit in the valley, unfortunately, tonight. But we have more shower activity headed our way later on in the week. I'll have more details on that coming up in the full weather segment.
In Cone Zone now, you've probably noticed if you've driven along I-580, well, the next few days, a big construction project is causing some delays, and it will for a while. New traffic routes are in place you'll want to be aware of in the coming months. Let's show you where. South of the Spaghetti Bowl, the interstate has been reduced to 3 lanes in each direction between Glendale Avenue and Moana Lane. Amanda Ketchledge is live along the construction site taking place with more on what we all need to know before heading out the door. Amanda?
That's right, Kristen. Through this fall, we're going to see several lane reductions and restrictions taking place, and that will be slowing down traffic as this construction takes place 24/7 from here on out.
There are 3 lanes going southbound 580. The furthest left-hand lane takes drivers all the way through, essentially from the Spaghetti Bowl to Moana Lane, without access to the ramp.
Also, due to the construction, Mill Streets on ramp southbound will be closed through the fall, and the Via Nova and Plum Lane off-ramp going southbound will also be closed, but only for the next 3 months. And the Nevada Department of Transportation is working on replacing over 30 years of old concrete, and the new speed limit throughout this portion of the interstate is 55 miles per hour, and it's recommended that you leave early or take different routes as NDOT works on construction.
So they consider an alternate route that might work best for their in destination point. And from now through the fall, these southbound I-580 lane reductions will be in place as we replace the concrete on.
Also, the Glendale Avenue off-ramp from southbound I-580 will only be able to be accessed from Interstate 80. And if you want to stay up to date on any of this information going on with this construction, head to KTVN.com and click on the blue News Links button. Covering Cone Zone, Amanda Ketchledge, Channel 2 News.
Looking to our community tonight, across the street from renowned regional medical center in Reno is a place called Casa de Vida. Now, the name in Spanish is House of Life. It provides a home and support for young pregnant women. The nonprofit runs completely on donations and is always in need of support. Andy Guevara gives us a look inside.
Hi. How are you this morning, huh?
Veronica's little boy is almost 4 months old. The teenage mom had to grow up fast, but says she's done it with the help of Casa de Vida.
I don't know where I would be. They just helped me so much.
Casa de Vida has been supporting pregnant young women for more than 30 years. The girls receive room, board, and all of the support services they need, free of charge.
A residential home which young pregnant women between the ages of 12 and 25 can come and live, and will help them complete school if they haven't done that, find employment.
Can't get work without a diploma or a GED, anything. It's a big help.
After losing her job recently, 19-year-old Mandy almost ended up at the women's shelter in Reno. Here, she has her own cozy room, home-cooked meals, supplies for her baby, and is back in school.
We'll start a treatment plan with them where they'll meet with our family therapist and our social worker and our caseworker, and start on a plan of what they need to do to be self-sufficient.
And the plan works. 17-year-old Veronica has already finished high school and started college.
My parents weren't really, they didn't have a lot of money, and I don't want my kids to be like that. I want them to be better, so that's why it's all for them.
In the basement of Casa de Vida is Wanda's closet. Children's clothes, shoes, and baby supplies, free to anyone in need. all thanks to the generosity of others. The nonprofit runs strictly on grants and donations.
We always need money. I mean, we need help in a lot of other ways, but money is priority for us to keep the lights on and the food in the cabinets.
In-kind donations, clothes, shoes, furniture, and baby supplies are always gratefully accepted, as are volunteers if you have time to give. Covering the story, Andy Guevara, Channel 2 News.
If you are interested in donating your time or money to Casa de Vida or just want to learn more about this service, we have set up a link for you at KTVN.com.
In School Watch tonight, a large donation, very large donation, will help veterans who want to go back to school after they leave the military. Jennifer Burton has more on how the generous donation came about.
Well, Kristen, the Nevada Military Support Alliance surprised Truckee Meadows Community College with a donation of $300,000 to expand the college's Veterans Support Center.
Is that just for summer or are you doing fall too? This is fall.
The Veterans Support Center at TMCC has been open for about a year, but this weekend it got a big shot in the arm. A $300,000 donation from the Nevada Military Support Alliance.
When they turned the check around Saturday, I was absolutely speechless. I didn't know what to say.
The check was presented during the Nevada Military Alliance dinner on Saturday night. Some of the TMCC veterans were there.
Some of them were teary-eyed, and for me, that was a priceless moment. I just could not believe it. It was just amazing to see their faces.
We wanted to surprise them, and I think we did, that's always a good feeling to do that, do something good like that.
Let's find another math lab.
The Veterans Center helps men and women transition from military to civilian life. It's staffed by veterans who've made that transition.
It's really important that somebody's actually here to walk them through that step by step, kind of take the stress out of it, if you will. And that's what we provide here.
That's what Marine Corporal Jonathan Gray found when he walked in.
It was a one-stop place for me to cover everything I needed to get started in school. So it really helped a lot.
The donation will help the center add a mentor program and expand services to veterans.
It's just like anything else. Once you find somebody that knows how to do it and they can help you do it and you start doing it yourself, it's a breeze after that.
The reward for us is for these vets to be successful. They paid a price. We would like to just help them along the way a little bit.
So, of course, they're very grateful for the donation. TMCC has more than 500 students who are also military veterans. Covering School Watch live in the studio, Jennifer Burton, Channel 2 News.
Still to come tonight, experts are recommending new guidelines to help patients with chronic fatigue syndrome. The hope is to get the condition diagnosed earlier. The details in tonight's Health Watch. Plus, you have 20 more minutes to ask the doctor your